Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Rayge, and we are back today finally to start off the next section here of Dark Dimension 7, being the city section. Now, I've carefully selected these 5 characters really based on my roster and the value that I see beyond just Dark Dimension. So I'm going to walk you through each one, but as well, I do like how each one has a specific trait focus here, and that's going to allow me to have more pivot space, especially when I'm thinking about global and as well as the cosmic sections. That's going to need different characters involved. So this is going to be my starting 5, ladies and gentlemen. So, Ghost Rider, Robbie Reyes, and as well as Vulture, both being already from originally the first 3 nodes. We knew that they were coming in because we wanted to have some value, not just for the initial nodes, but as well in the city. And with Robbie and Vulture, I feel like their place in the game is quite solid, especially with their given teams in the meta. And they're looking very strong for the future renditions of Dark Dimension as well, which is really why I like that choice. Next up, we have a cheaper character in Spider-Man Noir. I really like the fact that he's Mystic. We haven't had a chance to use any Mystic materials yet, so that's why it's nice. He's cheap too, and part of that Spire Society team gives them that extra juice and firepower here, but I like the fact that he's also slotted in as a raid team, and in addition to that, even a 3-piece Tangled Web. So there's a lot of value with Spider-Man Noir that I appreciate. We have Big Time Spider-Man. I had him in Dark Dimension 6 as well, and although he is a less impactful than the other 5 in my honest opinion, I like his speed advantage that he has. I love his abilities. It's just it's unfortunate that he doesn't have as strong of a place in Dark Dimension, but he's cheap, he's a tech character, and as well in the future you just never know with him having that initial turn 1 counter. He can have a lot of value in arena depending on how things shake up in the future. So I like having that aspect in addition to him being very, very affordable for this game mode. And then last but not least, I felt like Peter B. Parker was just a great balance here, because at this point we don't have any skill characters going into the city section with us. And Peter B provides that support and backing for the Spire Society. He's a really good kit overall and can provide some sustain that these city characters and team might need. So overall, this is a great mixture in my honest opinion, guys. All of them relatively cheap. And again, I've heard nothing but good things about these 2 nodes for city section. So very, very confident with this team. Having said that, let's head right into here the first attempt for the next node here being the city section. Now, to be honest, given how powerful my team is here in the beginning, I don't think there's much you can do about this unless you guys have a lot more crowd controlling on your team than my own. But what I've seen from this node anyways at the very start, it's almost kind of one of those like sack attempts. You have to essentially take in an initial punch here from these burst of enemies. So you can see here we're up against a very nasty wave in Black Cat, Silver Surfer. We have new warriors here in Cloak and Dagger combined with the multiple Gwenums. So yeah, obviously it can be a very, very scary node at first. And my focus really was taking down Black Cat and one of the Silver Surfers as soon as possible, as you can see here. And this is why I like Big Time, because he goes in early with the disruption, with the bleeds, and he can really add some big amount of debuffs to the team. As you can see, that Black Cat actually is super squishy, so we were already right away able to take away her death proof, and boom, just like that, she's taken care of. So that's the goal, guys. Make sure you're taking down at least Black Cat in the first attempt here, just because of the fact that she has really strong abilities and can control our team very well. At that point, controlling some of the crowd controlling aspects, such as the taunter. So like Tigra can get a lot of support and take away damage from the team. So that's why we are actually focused on taking and making sure that we control her, and as well just doing some damage. But yeah, you guys may have noticed already, compared to the first 3 nodes, these characters are very, very squishy. So we're looking pretty good right now, and this is what I'm talking about, guys. Once the new warriors get a chance to land some of their abilities, that's kind of where it sticks against our team. We don't really have much cleansing outside of some sustain and healing provided by Peter B. But otherwise, yeah, like you can see right there, boom, a hard, nasty hit on Silver Surfer. What I like about this team from what we're seeing right now, anyways, from the first impressions, is the amount of debuffs. But as you see there, Tigra is going to get her abilities off, and that's why I'm saying it's almost better to just let them do their thing in the first attempt, and we'll be in a much better place with the next attempt. So we're just going to go ahead, we're going to do as much damage as we can. You can see with a couple of our allies already falling, at this point you just want to get in some basics, because there's no point in using some abilities at that point, especially since we've lost Robbie, with him being really the most impactful on our team. So at this point, yeah, we're just, you know, the only downside with Peter B as well is like I love his support that he brings to the table for the team Inspire Society, but man, his cooldowns are nasty. You know, there's not a lot of energy getting granted here, so once he uses his abilities, he's kind of one and done. So it is better just to let the new warriors do their thing, let Tigra use her bleeds and abilities, and then it's going to help us reset here for the next attempt. So there you guys have it. We're going to wrap things up here. This is the first attempt in City. I like my start because we were able to take down some of the damage dealers, and Black Cat was really the notable target that we wanted to make sure we prioritize. So decent first attempt, in my honest opinion. Could have gone better, yeah, probably, but I mean, you know, I don't really want to spend, you know, hours and hours just resetting the RNG this time around. I want to see what actually works and have some consistency as well. And as per usual, I'll show you guys the damage. Wasn't too crazy just because we were only able to finish off a couple enemies, but as you can see, 33.78. So thank you for your time as always, guys. I'll catch you in the next one.